Fat in foods adds texture and flavor. It's what makes ice cream creamy and salad dressings smooth. We need fat for tasty food, but also for energy and a healthy body. However, it is possible to eat a diet too high in fat, or too high in the wrong kind of fat. Today, I'm going to share tips for cooking with fat by making salmon burgers with roasted sweet potatoes. When thinking about which fats to cook with, replacing margarine, grease, and butter with oils is recommended. While there are many different kinds of oil, you really only need 2 or 3 for everyday cooking. Olive oil, vegetable oil, and canola oil are all good sources of healthy fats. They have been shown to lower blood cholesterol levels, blood pressure, and inflammation in the arteries. Olive oil adds a distinct floral flavor and aroma to foods, which makes it great for drizzling over roasted vegetables or in a simple salad dressing. Vegetable oil and canola oil have a neutral flavor, which makes them good all-purpose oils for baking and cooking. When you bring your oils home from the grocery store, store them away from heat and light, like in a cool, dark cabinet. This will help your oils retain flavor and last longer. When choosing protein foods for your meals, consider the fat content of the food. Choose lower fat protein foods like beans, fish, and chicken. You can also lower the fat content of your protein foods by removing skin from poultry, draining grease off ground meat, grilling and baking instead of deep frying. I'm going to use salmon today instead of ground beef for my burgers because the Dietary Guidelines for Americans recommends replacing red meat and poultry meals with fish 1 to 2 times per week for an easy swap to healthier fats. I know fish can be a little intimidating, so I will use canned salmon for this recipe. But first we're going to get the sweet potatoes prepped and ready for the oven. I've preheated the oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. So I've already cubed some sweet potatoes, and I took the skin off and cut them into 1-inch cubes, but you can leave the skin on if you'd like. And I'm going to lay them out onto a cookie sheet in a single layer and spray them with some oil. I like to use spray oil because you only want just enough to help the salt and pepper stick. You will find that there are different kinds of olive oil at the grocery store. The darker colors indicate deeper flavors. It's important to note that light olive oil is in reference to color. It will still have the same amount of calories per tablespoon. Sprinkle the top of the potatoes with salt and pepper. And now they're ready for the oven. They will roast for about 25 to 30 minutes or until they are tender on the inside. So while those are cooking, let's get started on our burgers. First thing we're going to do is flake the salmon, meaning I'm just going to break it up into big chunks. This is 1 egg that has been slightly beaten with a fork. The egg will serve as a binder that will hold all of the ingredients together in a patty. So we're going to add the egg to the salmon along with the other ingredients for the burgers. So we have lemon juice, diced white onion, some mustard, paprika, and again, a sprinkle of salt and pepper. You can use a spoon to mix the ingredients together, but I like to use my hands. If you have younger kids, this is a good step to let them help with. Once the egg and the other ingredients are well combined, divide the mixture into 4 patties. Place the patties on a pan with a tablespoon of canola oil over medium-high heat. I use canola oil here because it's a neutral flavored oil that I'm using just to heat the patty and get a good golden brown crust on the outside. The burgers will cook for about 4 minutes on each side until golden brown. All right, our burgers are looking good, so let's get them ready to be served. Typically, salmon burgers are served with mayonnaise, but I'm going to use avocado instead. Avocado has a creamy texture similar to mayonnaise, but it's a better choice. Avocado has less sodium, more potassium, about 1/3 of the calories, making it a healthier fat choice. Great, now those are done and our sweet potatoes should be ready too. Thank you for cooking with us today, and please join us again soon. For more information, check out the Strive for Wellness section of the MCHCP website, www.mchcp.org, and the MCHCP YouTube channel.